Welcome to my playthrough of Kingdom Come Deliverance II. Previously, we got the really good quality sword for the blacksmith that he asked for, and we're gonna bring it to him now, which then will start a quest to like forge it, I guess, and then we can go to the wedding. But I don't want to rush anything. So we're just gonna bring it to him and we're gonna see if we have like any extra quests. There are 3 right here that we have not completed. But there is like the 4th one that I'm not really gonna do. This is a fist fighting tournament and I don't really care about that. I don't want to do it. So let's turn this in and then we can check out some other quests. See what he has to say.
Greetings. What do you need?
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
He's dead.
What? Did you?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really used to be a knight. And this really is Toledo steel. You were right, Blacksmith.
God's nails. That's quite something.
First class welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your, clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you either.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself.
Oh, I have to do it?
Assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first.
Origin, hand over the sword. Okay. I guess this is where the forging part begins, which we're not going to do right now. So, let me get on the horsey. And we're going to start with this quest right here. There is something in Samin. So I went to check out those other quests and they are all tasks. So I'd rather just focus on main quests and the side missions, like actual missions with stories and everything. So right now we are in the last location, this like Miller place, and we're gonna talk to him and see how we can help. It's over... Oh, this guy.
Greetings, my friend.
Are you still looking for a helper, like you mentioned at the Troskovitz Tavern?
Hi, I am. I wasn't expecting you to actually show up. You young folks these days are all talk and no action.
Well, I'm not like that. I also heard you might be able to get me into the wedding.
Forget about the wedding for now.
All right. So, what kind of work do you have for me?
You'll be carrying sacks of flour.
You don't have anything better? I can do other, more useful things.
Oh, that's nice and all, but there's only one thing I need from you right now. That's hauling sacks of flour.
Damn, all of it is hard. Why though?
When was the last time you had a scholar in your mill who could read and write? And you want me to haul sacks of flour? Arare litus, Crazel.
Futile labor, you say? Seems like your head isn't just for ornament. I'll bet you can translate this old Latin proverb as well. Nil sine labore. Go and get carrying sacks.
Do you really have nothing better I could do?
I do, but only for people I know already. And you're not one of them.
Damn, a random sneeze just attacked me.
All right. It's not like I have much of a choice, do I?
The sacks are in the barn, and the wagon is in front of it. I'll give you a groschen for every half dozen you carry. You won't have to buy food. We'll take care of that. And you can sleep here, in the barn. But not on the sacks of flour, you understand? Or I'll tan your hide. Climb up to the loft with the others.
Ah, fuck me.
Careful what you wish for. Go on, get to work.
What do you mean? Careful what you wish for, sir. Very sacks of flour.
Ugh, ghastly weather.
So the flour is... Oh, it's over here.
I could barely lift it.
No, you're fine. You are strong, Henry. We have leveled pretty well.
Where did this fella come from?
Oh, I'm sweating like a pig.
Wonder how many we have to carry.
Oh, fuck, that's heavy.
I hope the ponds don't overflow. Christ, pardon me.
This is no joke.
I also wonder... So...
I could barely lift it.
There's gonna be a point where we have to like go to the wedding, right? When we do a few quests for him. So I wonder what is the point that I should just cut and go to the blacksmith? I guess we will see.
Oh, I'm sweating like a pig.
When it's gonna be a final step. Ooh. Chicken.
What the?
It's ammo.
Have you got it done?
It's ammo. Ooh, thick as plotting.
Are you done?
You're milling some pretty peculiar grain here, Miller. It's got a bit of a metallic flavour to it.
Kurva. Can't you be more careful?
Tell me the truth. What are you really doing here?
Seems I'll have to lift the lid off the cauldron of knowledge sooner than I expected. You think you're ready?
Sure. What lid? What do you, where's the lid?
Yes.
I'm attempting to convert matter into a truly miraculous energy.
What?
I understand. It seems impossible. I'm sure you're asking yourself what that has to do with the metal in the sacks. But we're only just scratching the surface. You see, for my experiment, I'll need something sinfully earthy. Something we'll have to appropriate. And that's something you can help me with, my curious apprentice.
What is happening? Thievery? This isn't for me. Okay, bye.
So thievery. Just like Peshek in Ratai. I should have known.
Thievery? What a crude way of putting it.
But a truthful
Borrowing.
one.
Those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Sure.
I'll help you.
That's the right attitude. Now listen up. In Troskovitz, next to the tavern, there's a rat house. And in that rat house, there's a chest. And in that chest is a document I need. One that used to be mine. But due to an unfortunate twist of fate, ended up there. It's called The Offer of Hermes Trismegistos. It's written right on it. You said you could do all sorts of things, so I assume reading is one of them. Am I right?
I can read. But I reckon that's the catch, isn't it?
The catch is, the chest is under lock and key, and most likely well guarded.
Ooh.
Of course it is. And then you'll get me into Semin's wedding?
Aye. If you help me, I'll find a way to get you there. Miller's honor.
Where can I find the document?
Where exactly should I look for this document? I doubt they've only got one chest in the Troskovitz rat house.
I can't help you there, but my hand Zinnik might know more. He had the document on him, but then the bloody fool got caught because of something else, and they took it from him. I'm pretty sure he's still on display in the stocks on the square. Just remember, lad, if you get caught like he did, the guards will turn out your pockets. Then it would be pretty hard to explain what a tramp like you is doing with a document he can't even read.
No, I doubt the bailiff will let me roam around the rat house and go peeking through his chests. Any advice on getting in there without being spotted?
Oh, come on. Do I really have to spell it out for you? Black clothes, the play of light and dark. A quiet night, and those who live in the shadows, concealed beneath its veil.
Is that supposed to be advice?
Just get some inconspicuous clothing and head over there after midnight.
And where can I get some clothes like that?
I had my outfit washed in the Gilioff bathhouse, but after a bit of disagreement, they refused to give it back. It's my gift to you. All you have to do is pick it up.
Pick them up? You want me to steal them, don't you?
Doesn't it sound like a suitable appetizer before the main course?
That is true.
There's no sense in trying to deal with the owner, Dorothy, anyway. She's a contrary woman who's impossible to talk to.
I'm not even surprised your paths crossed. I'd like to learn more about the art of thievery.
Thievery? Humph. Well, I call it the art of thievery. It's simply an art. But all right, enough wordplay. If you want to learn something, go and see Hensel. He'll tell you how to relieve people of the things in their purses, or how to quickly and painlessly send them to the land of dreams. And if you'd like to try opening locks without a key, there's a chest in the barn that you carried the sacks to. You can practice on that.
All right.
That's good.
Reckon I know everything I need. Thanks.
Okay. We can practice on this. It's very easy. First, I want to talk to Hazel. Work to take down and pickpocketing. Lockpicking. I think they also have the fist fighting quest here, which... Get information from Zinek. Rathaus. I think we have to go to the G. Yeah, this guy. I always preferred Thieves Guild to Dark Brotherhood.
Crazel told me you'd show me how to do a takedown.
All right, come with me. So Crazel took you on just like that? Surprising. Crazel hardly trusts anyone. He's a smart man. So don't you even think about
Good day.
betraying him. That would end badly for you. Not to scare you, though. That's not what I'm here for.
So we have to, like, knock him out.
Well then, it's easy. Sneak up behind me and choke me out. I won't fight back the first time, so you should have no trouble. Just remember, you mustn't let me see you.
All right. I'll give it a try.
Oh, sorry. Wait, do I just leave him here?
Ow, ow.
Oh, okay, he's actually
You've
gonna
got some strength
get
in
up.
those arms, in such a way that I don't notice.
I thought he would just stay
That's how
there.
it should be.
Oh,
I want to try my hand at pickpocketing. Crazel said you could help me with that too.
Why not, since we're here?
okay, so this is a little bit confusing. Stealth kill. Oh my god.
Come to me.
Okay, you hold this. And then...
Quick dawdling.
Yeah, I know how this works. You have to, like, select the one, then kind of open the
And get
door.
over here.
For example, this. And then you go to the door. Do I just keep leveling it?
Let's begin.
Not so fast. You're new here, so here's some advice before we get started.
Oh, we were not. Okay. No, I will listen to his advice.
I'm listening.
First of all, rich or poor, most folks carry their things in a pouch either in front or in the back. The front one holds keys, coin, and other small items.
And the rest is in the back.
Exactly. Now, this is important. Don't steal from the front pouch unless you're sure you know what you're doing.
Ah. It can be found in one of the pouches. Each pouch also lets you steal the contents of the other one, but a little more difficult. If you activate the perk Inconspicuous, stealing from the front pouch will be easier because your target won't see you.
Well, what if I need something from it? Like a key to a chest?
You can try taking it from behind. It'll be more difficult, but it's manageable if you're careful enough. Show me how nimble your fingers are then.
All right, let's do it.
Wrong. You want to try again?
Okay, now we get the tutorial. I'm just glad the game did not start yelling at me.
Done.
Very nice. I didn't notice you at all, and that's exactly what you want. Now give back what you took.
Here you go. What now?
That's it. It's a simple art. But if you want, you can give it another try.
No, I think I'm good.
No more.
Stop by whenever you want to give it.
And then there was another one, I think. Oh,
Would you know of any other way to make some extra money?
The only thing you can do in this backwater is steal cabbages. But go and ask those woodcutters on the opposite hill. You might find something more interesting there.
Why the woodcutters?
Just think about it. They've been cutting timber in the middle of nowhere for a pretty long time. And they get paid for every wagon they unload at the sawmill. They work all day long and don't move an inch. They have nothing to spend their money on.
I think I know what you're getting at.
All their earnings must be hidden somewhere in their camp. And it must be a lot of money.
What does Crazel say about that?
He said it would be obvious it was one of us. After all, they can see right into our backyard from their camp. But you're not from around here. You might get away with it.
and then this is the chest I can practice on. Okay, I have to say the lockpicking in the first Kingdom Come was... like, it wasn't too different from this one, of course. Dead rat. Jesus. But, it felt a bit more easier. Or at least, like, the very easy difficulty is really easy. But when it goes to, like, easy or even medium, it becomes so hard. I've broken a bunch of lockpicks trying to lockpick things. And it's just, yeah, you really need to level it on, like, a very easy for a while until you can move on to the easy one.
Greetings.
Oh, so we have to find it here.
What do you need?
I heard you have some clothes here that belong to Miller
Maybe I can tell
Crazel.
them to just give it to me.
You're damn right I do. They're here waiting for him. Only I had to put them away in a chest in the loft. So I don't have to be constantly reminded of the debt Crazel racked up here. Taking his bloody time he is, the bastard. Those rags have been here for so long, the rats have got into them. Why do you care about them so much anyway?
The miller mentioned them. Said I could take them.
Are you his new lackey or what? Did Zinnek start to get on his nerves?
Well,
Look, I don't really care who takes them. They're a bunch of boring rags. But if you only knew how much work it was to wash out them particular black stains and sew up the burn holes, and most of all, to wash out that awful stench of rotten eggs, blah. Along with Crazel's debt, it'll cost you this much, including the price of soap.
It's 200. Let me convince you.
come on, Dorothy.
What is it?
Okay, let's try. This is medium. Clothes are cursed.
Wouldn't you rather I got rid of those clothes once and for all? Don't you know they're cursed?
Cursed? What do you mean, cursed?
Well, I don't know how well you know Crazel and the sort of stuff he's interested in.
I know he's a strange fella. And suspicious, too.
And what do you think suspicious folks like him do in their spare time?
Commune with the devil.
And how do you recognize the devil?
I don't know. He smells like hell itself? Like rotten eggs?
Crazel has you wash the clothes that he dances with the devil in. Do you think it's safe to touch them?
Christ almighty!
As soon as I realised, I thought to myself, well, I can't leave poor Dorothy in it alone. If you give me those clothes, I'll ceremoniously destroy them. You and your girls will be safe.
For Christ's sake, how did it not occur to me? Here's the key to the chest in the loft. You'll recognize it by the pile of forgotten clothes around it. Take Crazel's cursed rags far away from here.
You can count on me.
Awabunga. Ma'am? Wait, why is it a minus? Strength, speech, agility. Wait, why? Oh, because we are tired. Okay, okay. He's sleepy. Oh, that's the main level up. I just remembered. It's here. Memorable Nightcrawler. At night you have bonus on strength, agility, vitality, and 3 bonus on stealth. It's easier for you to convince others the nice way. You gain +2 persuasion, impression. Friends, people are also more likely to try to solve crimes with you in person rather than going straight to the guard. But beware, the most dangerous, the more dangerous you look, the more likely they are to still choose. Okay, yeah, that's fine. This is really nice. I think eventually I'm gonna go with good-natured because I like the diplomatic approach to things. But I think right now I'm gonna go with Nightcrawler because I think that could be very beneficial for this specific quest. With a pile of forgotten clothes. Is it over here? Maybe it's upstairs then.
Just watch where you're going next time.
Okay, here. Simple shoes.
Damn. These are some fine thieving clothes.
Walk is too difficult. Oh no. Medium. Maybe we can make this work. Come on. Come on. Nice. Okay. Let me get on the horsey. I will go sleep, put these clothes on, and we can kind of save them as like thieving clothes on the side. Okay, I put on the stealth clothes, and we do look a little bit goofy. It looks like a diaper. But like it's a bit funny, but it's good because we don't really make that much noise. So we have to ask this person now about some information.
Are you Zinnek?
Yeah, look, mate, I really need to piss. Can you let me out of here?
Can I do that?
Crazel sent me. He's looking for some document the bailiff took from you.
And what's the password?
Hermes Trismegistos?
I'm just yanking your pizzle. You should have seen your face. They caught me at night when I was robbing a merchant, and then they make any distinction between what I stole and what I already had on me. They took everything, including that document, and locked it all away in the chest of stolen things in the Rathaus jail. You could get into the jail from the courtyard behind the Rathaus. It's right under the guardhouse. Or you could get there from behind the tavern alongside the fence. As soon as you find the stairs leading down, you'll know you're in the right place.
Well, who's got the key to it?
Well, actually, I had it, but when the guards shook me down, I must have dropped it. It was in the chamber, next to the one with the chest. They've got a pretty soft bed in there, I tell you. The key probably fell under it.
Is that the only key?
No, of course not. Every guard in Troskowitz has one. Best to rob one of them who's slacking off or having a nap. Look, mate, do you actually know how to pickpocket?
Well,
Well, I'm still learning, so I could use some advice.
You're in luck. You're speaking to a master. Of course, I am in the stocks just now, but that was just rotten luck. There ain't much I can teach you like this, is there? Better go and see Crazel. See you soon, my friend.
can I... Oh. I don't think lockpicking this is gonna be legal. But I'm gonna see if maybe I can wait for nighttime, but they might not like that. Hi! Take down and pick... Yeah, well, we did practice takedown and pickpocketing. Still documents from Rathaus. Wait, did it save? 16. Yeah, it just saved. Okay.
Rain again.
I don't think anyone is slacking, though. Like, any guards and stuff. Oh, should I not be here? Oh. Hi.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
Oh, sorry. So that's where jail is. He was talking about the bed as well. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll just stand here. Maybe until 1. Oh, there it is. God, we did it. Hey.
The offer of Hermes Trismegistos. That's Crazel's document.
Wonder if I could escape. Oh, I can. This is the exit. Good day.
God be with you. Keep the peace. We'll stay friends.
Greetings, Master Guard.
I forgot how to call the horse. Oh my lord. But we actually did it, you guys. They check if they're still in things. If someone is really missing, they'll report to the guards, and the guards will want to... Oh. I don't think I have a bounty on me, though. But I... Oh, do I have a bounty? But how did they see me? Was it because something got stolen and this guard saw me like leaving from the area where it got stolen from? So it's like a real life, you know, they start questioning people, like, where were you this time and so on. Damn, even though no one saw me, that guard did. And now I'm wanted. Oops.
Aye, come here.
Let's feed him.
Here, mutt.
You silly doggy.
God bless.
Can you give me some more advice? Oh.
I have that document from the Rathaus for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
Judging by the contents, it seems like you're dabbling in alchemy here at the mill.
That's not a bad guess. But don't forget about astrology, theurgy, transmutation, and a smidgen of demonology. Although that's something anyone with a grain of sense should avoid. Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. Good. This will come in handy.
Maybe his clothes were actually
Yes,
cursed.
Of course.
What now?
That much? Going to need more. A lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry. I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semi.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Not at all. I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me, and the fire of the Creator is within me. But you'll have to wait a while. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Enough. I'm sick of listening to your cryptic blabbering. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? Not at all. You guessed it. It's nothing less than high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
I suppose. You are my apprentice, after all. You deserve to know what all of this is leading to. Now, pay close attention.
Oh boy.
I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret alchemical practices and theurgy, bring him to life.
I know what a golem is. Oh, this is hard. So, like from video games, it's a person of a rock. Well, not a person. I mean, it has a person's soul in a rock. But it's a rock. Like a rock man. Basically.
A golem, you say? Isn't that a kind of pie? What are you going to do with a living pie?
Henry, a golem is a helper brought to life using divine words. A living statue endowed with massive strength. It can be made of clay, wood, stone, basically anything. I'll make one out of flour. Studying the Jewish Kabbals taught me a practice known as Maseh Bereshit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Just imagine. You know how helpful a golem would be at the mill? Carrying sacks, Pulling wagons, standing guard. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he'd have the strength of 10 men.
My word. That sounds incredible. I have to see it.
So far, it's just all in my head. But if you're patient and help me, you'll see soon enough. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the Bible. Moses could command the waters and speak to God through the element of fire. Jesus brought the dead back to life. I've no doubt that if our great Holy Mother Church had been around at the time, they'd have crucified Jesus the same as the Pharisees. And all the apostles would have been burned at the stake.
So a golem, you say, made of flour? For the good of mankind?
Exactly!
And what about the good of me? You promised me a reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now, I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that Miller Crazel is a pinch purse. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some more work, there's plenty.
Okay.
I don't know, Crazel. Alchemy, golems, documents in locked chests. I reckon I've had enough. I'll have to think about whether I want to continue with this art of yours.
I get it. The greater good of mankind isn't everyone's goal. But don't forget, I can get you to that wedding.
Wait, I thought, like, telling this to him would... Yeah, I basically thought telling this to him, like, I don't... about more work, and he would start talking about carrying more sacks. I definitely was interested in what his shenanigans were.
What's this next job all about?
I need
Yeah,
to
there
find
we
the
go.
saltpetre pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpetre pit is?
A saltpetre pit is a pit in which saltpetre is formed.
This has something to do with the alchemy of yours, eh? I don't know much about that stuff.
Nitra is saltpetre. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for a young Semming?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpetre as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired, and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpetre is the most important thing. Saltpetre will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpetre will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpetre pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right, then. I'll look around for that saltpetre pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look, that you can point me in the right direction, and also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpetre if you prefer.
So this Bonnie, she's a dowser or something?
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpetre, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. You don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpetre, so can you. She'll tell you the rest herself. You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it. Oh, and so I don't forget. You could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnik, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague.
Good for
Run
her.
along, so you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair.
See you soon, my friend.
What was that noise?
What?
Woodcutters.
Was that a gun? Or like a fallen tree? Kind of seemed like it was coming from here. What the heck? Hello. Oh, he asked me to, like, pick some flowers, but I didn't do anything. Oh, no. Shoot. Is there anything here, maybe, that we could quickly grab? Just few herbs. Maybe this, and maybe we can get one other variation. No, it's all the same. It's all the same. At least it's something, so that's fine. It's the thought that counts. Hello.
Lord be with you.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
Butcher of Rannick, Wolf of Scallids, Poet, Henry. The poet? Oh my god. Wolf of Scallids.
The Wolf of Scallids.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I've got something here.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
Really?
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the Golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
Sounds like witchcraft. It's nonsense.
Well, if that beast doesn't slay us as soon as it comes to life, then sooner or later some inquisitor will find out about it. I think it's all witchcraft. Playing with fire.
Playing with fire. If you only knew. But don't worry. I'm sure it'll be a peaceful golem, just like Crazel imagines it. Calm and humble, and it'll help all of mankind. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpetre, I won't keep you.
I mean, what does she want to
No.
chat about?
I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskowitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the miller's finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
He belonged to this girl I knew, Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz, when I went to bury my parents.
Well, that's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore.
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body.
Oh,
He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you?
poor thing.
What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
I would say blacksmith.
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Well, those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with, maybe nails?
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn and patient. That is, with one exception. When Crazel starts spouting off his alchemy theories, I'd rather run for the hills. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
He's mystical. I don't understand him. Yeah, I would say he seems mystical.
He seems awfully mystical. He has lots of experience, like as if he's lived for hundreds of years.
It's his beard that does that. Don't let it fool you. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to.
Oh, she's
But now,
sweet.
about that saltpetre. Before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpetre all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpetre.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpetre pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Crazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpetre forms. Do you have any idea?
No. But let's see if Henry does.
Certainly. You take a damp wall, like in a sty, you let the water evaporate from it, and you get this salty bloom.
That's right. But like I told you, all the sty walls in the region are scraped clean and we can't wait.
What does
Don't
it look
forget
like?
that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpeter maker.
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
I'm not doing that.
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
The local gravedigger?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to the
Yeah,
cemetery.
we've been there.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun, and pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the Wolf of Scarlets.
Why do you work for the miller?
Because he pays well, and don't care how much coin I make on the side.
You mean by stealing?
And he doesn't ask any stupid questions.
What did you do before?
I got by any way I could. Believe it or not, I started in a convent.
You? A nun? Well, why not? I was in the cloisters myself for a while.
Oh well, different people have different fates. But we all ended up here anyway, in the armpit of the world.
What do you think about Crazel?
You're another one of those that don't know if they should love him or hate him, eh? Crazel is his own man. Once you learn to get along with him, you can't help but admire him a bit. But sometimes, he's unbearable as soon as he opens his mouth.
What do you know about the Troskovitz gravedigger?
He's a pretty tough old bird. He follows the rule, I'll treat you the way you treat me. And he appreciates when a fella's direct and open. But I probably wouldn't tell him everything about us.
So, Bonnie, the most honest girl I know, sent me. I'd like to see some dead animals as models for painting a church fresco. A scene from the apocalypse.
That might be a bit much, but you learn fast.
How was the saltpeter collection and tasting again? Sounds pretty disgusting.
It wasn't so bad. Xena kept whining about it, but being a saltpeter collector, it has its benefits. When you go and clean someone's sty, they don't pay much attention to you and leave their purses and chests unattended. We made a pretty decent amount on the side.
What, by stealing?
Confiscating property for the greater glory of God. I hate the term stealing.
Just like Crazel. Tell me something more about Zinnek.
He's Andy, that's for sure. But also a bit of a fool. To be honest, I don't care for Crazel's horseshit most of the time either. I do this job because it's fun, unlike Zinnek. He does everything for his own good, doesn't give a damn about any greater cause or other people. Actually, he really pisses me off with his attitude. And he entertains himself by coming up with the stupidest nicknames for me. Dunga, for instance. What kind of a bloody awful name is Dunga?
Oh, lovely. And what does he call himself?
Scruffy. Or Jan, Nicholas, Franz, Peter, Jakub. The most bland, everyday names. He tries to be careful, but then he opens his big mouth and fucks it all up, just like in Troskovitz.
I'm so bad with nicknames. Even when I wanted to like come up with the like a screen, username for content creation, like Twitch and all of that. I think I changed it probably like 3 times. Cause yeah, I am not good with names.
What is this lair place?
Crazel built a store so all them honest, curious people in the mill, the likes of Hensel, wouldn't have to worry their little heads about what we're doing here.
You mean behind that boarded up door in the cliff?
We're definitely not doing anything there right now. Because of the mess in there. I told Zenek to clean it up. I think he wants to see if the place will get so rotten that saltpetre will bloom on the walls.
I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested
Thievery, stealth.
I don't have enough money.
Oh wait, I don't. Oh yeah, that is right actually.
See you soon, my friend.
I actually had a lot of money, and then... Oh yeah, I did a lot of training. Yeah. Training kicked my butt. This was the guy that was stuck in the city, right?
Why do you work for the miller?
Well, how can I put it? Anywhere else, they'd have kicked me out by now.
Yeah, that was
the miller's
him.
the last person who'd still give me a job. He says every idiot is of some use at least.
And you see that as a compliment?
I see a coin in my hand every week. That's all I care about.
What did you do before you started working for the miller?
A bit of this, a bit of that. When I was still a boy, I stirred lye at a tannery, and then I slaved away at a dye house. But since I came to the town, it's been, well, let's say not exactly honest work. But that's what I'm best at, see?
What do you think of Crazel?
Is this some kind of test or what? I can think what I want, and I keep my opinion to myself. And you ought to do the same. Take care.
Wait, what was that other... Like, I got some...
Long time no see, eh?
Crazel gave you another job.
Yeah. I proved myself to him last time, so why not continue our collaboration?
Did you come here to make fun of me? Just like Bonnie?
No.
As soon as she showed up, she gave me hell over that manuscript.
No, not at all. I just need to find out something only you would know. What do you know about the gravedigger?
Not much to know. He's half gravedigger and half knacker. He takes care of both dead people and animals.
I'd never have figured that out without your help. Anything more interesting?
He's my father. And he's a wizard, same as me.
Yeah, right.
It's true.
Oh,
I
he
was
lied.
born the 7th son of a 7th son. I have the power of clairvoyance and I can raise the dead. I'm just hiding out with the miller until my time comes. I've been chosen to save the world.
Yeah, nice story. But if I'm going to get the miller some saltpetre, I need to know something useful.
Oh, aye. You're not much fun, are you? The gravedigger's as boring as you are. Also, he knows when he's being lied to, and he hates it. So don't even try it.
You see? That's the kind of thing I wanted to know. Was that so hard? So, Zinek, have you any experience with saltpetre?
Oh, I never want to see that shit again. I still have the taste of it in my mouth. And Bonnie and me was taking turns tasting it.
Weren't you afraid a dead soul would enter you through it?
What? What are you babbling about?
Dead souls pass time in niter crystals, don't they? That's why the miller is looking for them. To bring the golem to life.
You fool. We're looking for saltpetre to sell to butchers for salting meat. There's good coin in it.
Well, the miller told me something different.
You can't believe everything he says. A golem in the mill. He's yanking your pizzle.
You're all just trying to confuse me.
Crazel's a good teacher. You know how it is.
I don't... Oh my god. What is going on?
What can you tell me about Bonnie?
Well, you mean Cheeks or Jezebel?
Are those nicknames?
Dunger, Snowdrop, Vixen... We always come up with the stupidest names, and nobody sees through them anyway. Bonnie's been here the longest, and has the most experience. I'm surprised she still puts up with Crazel and his mad notions. And I think she likes animals more than people. When I try to talk to her about work or weather, she gets
doesn't?
bored.
What sort of place is this?
Our secret place. where we can quietly plot sneaky plans for our beloved Miller.
Behind that boarded up door? What's inside that cliff?
You know, storage, rubbish, rats, filth. Look, I know Bonnie ordered me to clean up in there. Thanks to you, I'm sure the movement of goods will start again soon. So it'd probably be good to have some order around here. I just haven't got round to it yet.
Zinnek, I have a few questions about the saltpetre pit we're looking for.
So now you need me, eh?
Yeah, okay, so those are the questions.
Farewell.
My armor is breaking? Look at this cutie. Pet. Pet.
Come here, boy.
Hmm? What is it you need? Eh?
Stop where you are! We're after you! Surrender now!
Easy now. I surrender.
You're a wanted man. You've been loitering around where you shouldn't have. And I've received reports of things going missing. Don't think we're idiots. You've been accused of theft. You'll pay a fine. And if I don't find those things on you, you'll pay for them too.
Accept punishment. Convince the guard. Pay the fine. Few days in the pillory and public humiliation will take temporary difficult to deal with people. Damn. Execution.
Wait a moment. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, can't we? I just wanted to borrow it for a bit. But I forgot to ask first.
That's not how it works. You can't just borrow things without asking. But fine. If you return it, we can let it be. But don't do anything like that again. Got it?
That's it. I'm clean. I'm a free woman. Freedom. Damn. That actually worked. I can't believe this. Let me see if I can repair the shoes. And I will also get something for the grave guy.
How can I help?
I'd like to do...
All right. Fine. Great. Come back anytime, friend.
What? Oh, it's a human. Why do some people just randomly start looking for me? I don't understand. Like when they get alerted and the little bunny is walking around. Like, I don't know what... What is that?
Good afternoon. I'll have a look at...
What can we bring him? How about some bacon? I'm sure he would appreciate some bacon.
Worried about the... Sure. Very well. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Here, Mutt.
Take the bacon. I want to pet him too.
Come here, boy.
He makes this really cute little like wah sound when you pet him. Such a cutie.
Ja. Ja.
I need to blow too, you know.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
Sorry, horsey. Oh, he's in here.
Greetings, my friend.
I'm Henry. And you must be the local gravedigger, right?
Ignatius, master of the sod, at your service. Looking for a final resting place, are you? Or do you need to bury a dead goat?
I'm more interested in the grave digging profession as a whole.
Ah, once you try it, you'll never want to do nothing else till the day you die.
You got a big cemetery here. Pretty nice, too.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without ceremony. But when I'm dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even bury the suicides in hallowed ground. We're all equal before death and the Lord. This game of better and worse places of final rest don't count for nothing.
He seems nice.
What's the story with the dead people?
The story? They're dead. What more is there to tell?
But you said there's been a lot of people dying around here recently, right?
Well, it ain't usual for people to get offed by the cartload out here in the sticks, if you ask me. What do you reckon?
I don't know. Hadn't really thought about it that way.
That might be the reason, then, hey?
What?
Look, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of people dying. If things keep up like this, I'll be out of work in no time. There'll be no one left to bury.
Being a gravedigger must be a lonely job, eh? What are your duties?
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in grave digging. Not something you see every day.
Well, I'm only asking. No real reason.
That figures. Youngsters these days wouldn't know hard work if it bit 'em on the arse. It's no wonder I can't find any help.
Are you offering me a job?
No. I'm giving you a warning. You ain't cut out for this trade.
And how do you know that?
You've got that look. I can spot it a mile away.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. A gravedigger needs passion. A sense of duty ain't enough. It's a service, a labour of love, and the meaning of life all in one, lad.
Have you been a gravedigger your whole life? Have you ever thought of changing your trade?
I did think about it once, if I'm honest. I wanted to be a knacker in Yitchin, but some fool with friends in high places got the job, though he can't even tell a shovel from a spade. That really pissed me off, so I said,
it's not the same
"Fuck it.
thing?
Why would I want to dig graves for people who don't appreciate my craft?"
So you've always been here otherwise?
And what of it? Do you think I get bored here? Not recently, I don't. But I think I told you that already.
I'm not from these parts, and I've seen a few conciliation crosses around here. What do they mean?
The same as where you come from, I reckon. They mark spots where the sins of man came to be regretted later.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Aye, like when a fella buries an axe in someone's head over something stupid and then comes to regret it. Or if the law sees to it that he regrets it. The sinner then has to erect a conciliation cross to mark the site of his evil deed.
Where does he get the cross from?
Where do you think? From me.
You're in charge of that too? Stone cutting?
I know how to cut a cross out of stone. And what of it? With the soft sandstone around here, it's child's play.
So they're all your work?
I wish. I've only sold 2 or 3 recently. Most of these here are right old. You might find a few stories about them in the village chronicle what's kept at the Rathaus. All I know is a young fella once jumped off the cliffs near Takoff, and folks say the place is cursed.
Do you know any more stories?
Aye, I do, but I'm not telling you any. I'm not an old fishwife.
Unfortunately, I had to bury both my parents recently.
My condolences, lad.
Thank you.
Poor
I
thing.
just don't know if it was done right.
Did you witness their deaths?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they were killed in front of my eyes.
Oh, I understand that's never easy. But if you closed their eyes and buried them in consecrated ground, you've nothing to worry about.
I dug their grave next to our smithy. We didn't have a church in our village.
Well, that can't be avoided sometimes. Don't let it bother you. As long as you picked the spot with good intentions, that's all that matters.
That's
I'm
true.
certain their souls went straight to heaven. You needn't worry. You did everything right, lad.
Aww.
But seriously, Ignatius, tell me about yourself.
Gravedigger, knacker, snorter's constant companion, and lover of colourful sunsets, all in one man.
You've nearly got more titles than the Emperor himself.
Well, I have been doing it for almost 40 years now. The bailiff pays me well, in coin and sometimes in goods.
Sounds appealing.
Not all that glitters is gold, lad. A gravedigger's got it hard, and so does a knacker. I pick up dead animals on the side of the road. That's the knacker's job.
Aww.
You could say, I have a knack for it. That's why people say I'm unclean. If I had children, they wouldn't be allowed to marry anyone besides an executioner or a gravedigger. It's so ingrained in folk. A fella takes care of things they wouldn't want to handle themselves, and this is how they repay him. Can't even go to the tavern no more.
Really?
Have you heard any news?
There's something new every day. Death roams these parts, with me following close behind.
Do you know what happened with the bodies from near the pond? Tankard, Conrad.
Who?
Well, you wouldn't know their names. A couple of soldiers that fell there. Where are they buried?
Oh, I remember them. They all ended up in a pit together right by the cemetery. All I got was a yellow waffen rock for the effort. Getting them out of there was a grind. They was well fed. You could tell right away they was from better parts than this here county.
Yeah, you're right. They're a long way from home.
Not to worry. Earth is earth, wherever it is.
Oh, wait. Was he talking about our friends?
Are you and the herb woman
From the
related?
beginning?
You both look, well, really old.
We're not related. We both got some years behind us, and we're both unclean in our own ways. That's all we have in common. Different herb women came to me from time to time for hangman's nooses or nails from the gallows. What they do with them is their own business. I'm just a trader. But Bożena ain't like the others. She's an honest herb woman who only heals with herbs and prayers.
She's
Do
nice.
you know why they chased her out of town?
I do. On account of Jakesh's son.
There's a place called Limbus Infantium. Make sure you never send anyone there.
Limbo?
Not even by accident, like Bożena did with Jaruszek.
Well, I don't think I'll be going into the midwifery trade, but I get you. I had to dabble in your trade a little bit. I buried a young man from the nomad camp who got beaten to death by woodcutters.
I know. Don't think I didn't try to get him for myself. He wasn't baptized, so I couldn't bury him in the cemetery. But he deserved a good place in the ground nonetheless. It gave me a terrible itch. I can't stand unfinished work. The damned woodcutters left him there like a solstice decoration.
I buried him in his favorite place.
You did well. Don't hesitate to bury any other corpses you find left unburied. You have my blessing. I can tell right away if a fella understands an honest trade.
I really like him. He's so sweet.
Ignatius, I'm gonna need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpetre pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpetre pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
Tell him to. So, yeah, the other guy said that he does it. Like, I don't want to lie to him. He's so sweet.
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it. And that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about saltpetre? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something first. I have some collections from some Stratego farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave-digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella. You'll be a good helper.
Pay him with meat. Ooh.
I have a better idea. You tell me where I can find that pit, and I'll give you a nice piece of fresh meat for it.
I won't say no to that. Show me what you have.
But I also do want to help him. Oh no. Let's give him 2.
Oh, aye, fresh meat. What a feast that'll make. Now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of a long journey that we'll take together on my wagon.
So you got meat out of me for nothing?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Samina are interested in it, I'm not just going to hand it to you on a plate. But thanks for the meat, and don't worry about a thing. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services. And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
Of course, I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you. I wouldn't like to lose the honor I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honor if you let them.
Yeah, who cares?
So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
Yep.
Let's get this over with then.
Didn't you understand me? We ain't going nowhere now. Like I said, be here at daybreak. That's between night and day. Do you understand?
Oh,
I understand. I'll come at dawn.
night and day. 5? Okay, he's in the house.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt? Greetings, my...
I don't know if I'm...
The dew is still
Okay,
on
yeah.
the leaves. The roads are clear. You don't need your horse. I'll stable him here. It'll be heaven for him. In any case, heaven's always close here. Hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragonfly here will take care of us.
Snorter and Dragonfly.
Did I bring that stuff from...
You silly mutt.
Aesop? Got it all. Good.
Like, picking dead animals off the roads would make me so sad. That's something that's really bad about, like, America that makes me really sad. There is so much roadkill. Like, so much
Come on,
roadkill.
then. Get a move on.
On the highways.
We've got a long journey ahead of us.
Like, I try
So
not
get
to
yourself
look.
comfortable so your ass won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Well, you could say that. I help the miller with whatever I can. I got a place to sleep there. Soon I'll be able to call the miller uncle.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Samine round these parts. Crazel don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation, but his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that bunny of yours belong to that gang too?
Unfortunately, she does. Crazel ordered Bonnie and her accomplice Zinnet to scrape saltpetre off the walls of the sties. And when they had a chance to loiter about in the yards here in the region, well, they made good use of the opportunity to line their purses.
Ay, ay, ay. What have I gotten myself into in my twilight years? Lower Samine's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk. Some on account of the competition. Some is just rubbed up the wrong way by that Crazel. Either way, all they need's the slightest excuse to grab their pitchforks. Go and grab the miller and shove his face right in his own millstone.
I don't know why I don't want to lie to him. He's just so sweet. And, like, I have weakness for, like, old men and women, just, like, elderly. Like, I don't know. I want to keep them safe and...
Whoa, boys, whoa! Come on, come on! Are you deaf? Oh, they're acting stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years.
It looks mysterious. What treasures might be hidden there?
You'll soon see. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. There's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon. Finally, at least we're not blocking the road too much.
So, he said on the left side. Here. Is Mutt following? Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, these are really tall. Ah, there we go. Can you go away? Oh my god, okay, the only way to get him is to, like, parry. I don't want to hurt Mutt. Like, I'm trying to hit him! Dude. Well? Is he gonna jump on me, or...? Damn. Mutt just kicked his ass. That's... Yeah, I should have waited for him to jump on me. The only way to defeat those animals is to just parry them. He said there is a dead deer rotting in here? Oh. Well, there's a lock, but... Is there any other way to get in? Maybe from here?
Oh, Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
Oh. Poor thing. Oh no, what's happening? Are those bandits or something? Oh, farmhand. The heck?
Hey! I want to talk to you. Drop it and get over here.
The fuck?
Hold on. Can you wait until I get it in the wagon?
Now, I said! You fucker!
I'm gonna kick his ass.
What's going on, Ignatius?
Avenger.
Ah, I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got nothing to do with no thieving around here. They should go to Lower Samine to complain.
2 stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with silver too while they was at it. Some scruffy and dunger. You must be scruffy, eh?
I'm Henry, and those, names mean nothing.
No,
to
this
me.
is Patrick.
Like I said, if it's rotten carrion they're after, they should have come to me. A passion for knacking is the only thing we have in common.
Is that so? So prove it then.
What?
Ignatius is telling the truth. There are all sorts of types causing trouble in these parts, not just from Lower Samine. Ignatius and I thank you for taking on the job of guarding the roads, making sure that honest, if somewhat grubby tradesmen stay safe.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So, thanks.
Really good work, lad. Well, time waits for no man. Let's all carry on with our duties, eh?
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you happen to run into them 2 thieves, you tell us right away. Got it?
Of course.
You can count on it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas. Maybe...
What's
Did I get
next?
this right?
Are we
Maybe
going?
it was the one with that
Yeah.
Not much left for us to do here, eh?
Hopefully our luck will hold out, and we'll only be breaking the limbs of carcasses today. The next farm's just up ahead. Hop on, and let's go. That was just a kind of little favor for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jdar with their carcasses.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died. So we'll scoop 'em up and haul 'em off. I mean, you'll scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
Damn.
All right, that's what you get. People sin here in their seclusion, thinking they're out of sight of our Lord.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper. At least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly. Yeah! Yeah!
Hello, ma'am. No, I can't really talk to her.
God bless.
So is looking at the spring, find source of infection. So that is optional, J, and then clear the carcasses. Let's look at the water first. I just like to do optional stuff first. To make sure that we don't, you know, accidentally progress or something.
Those pigs came here to drink. Where to now? I can smell something upstream.
Beautiful. Maybe something died in the water. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Did they... What happened? Did someone... Was someone hunting them and Never picked them up? What?
It really wasn't a curse. There are rotting carcasses in the water upstream from the watering spot. No wonder the pigs caught some disease.
Well, what do you know? I was right. I'll give you a hand. It'd take you all night on your own.
Oh, so did we take care of the deers, like, in the water? I guess so. Oh yeah, it's here. Oh, poor pigs. There is no way he's just gonna put them in the bag and carry the little sack on his...
Ugh. Is this really worth it?
Okay, that's a lot bigger, but they would not fit in there.
Do you want to keep going or not?
Well, yeah. I mean...
I took care of the carcasses. We can drive on.
Nice work. There's even a bit of meat left for me.
Yeah, you'd eat that. They've been lying there God knows how long.
But nicely in the cold. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, you won't be eating it, so don't worry about it.
He's
Let's
really
keep
gonna
going.
eat them. But they got poisoned! Eating poisoned meat?
Baby, you're surely horsing around today.
I wish we could throw Mutt in our lap and just ride like that. So he wouldn't have to run. Or he
So
would
far it
jump in
ain't
the
that
bag.
bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
Well, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course, it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer.
I don't wanna...
Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
I'm sorry, Ignatius, my friend. You can't expect me to do that.
In that case, as soon as we get where we're going, you can just get off the wagon and go and look for that pit yourself. If you don't do what I tell you, you're useless to me. So I'll be useless to you too.
Maybe there's another way. I'll try to come up with something.
Ha! That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me. Lazy bones.
Lazy bones? I don't want to kill a dog. Like, I know that he is very desensitized to these things, but I can't... Man. Okay, what do I have to do? I'm not supposed to hold characters here, but actually the dog will probably be locked in the pen somewhere. Will I have heart to do it? No. I will not. So I have to put the poison on the food. What was this, like, dog potion? What is this? Alpha day animals will take less notice of you, so you will find it easier to approach them. Dogs won't notice you at all. I have a perk which prevents dogs from barking at me. I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah, I think this is the one. Apply to the meat, the hair meat. Confirm. So this is the poisoned meat. Did the doggy become really aggressive?
Sakra! The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to?
It's a chicken.
Barking. He's coming from over there.
Oh man. Hello. Oh.
Henry, how come you're here?
Monarch. Wait, let me drink this just in case. Wait, yeah, drink.
What are you doing here, Henry?
I'm supposed to
How
kill...
come you're here?
I was supposed to kill this, like, very healthy-looking dog?
Bonnie? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The gravedigger wants me to poison that dog.
Jesus! And are you going to do it?
Well, what else can I do? You're the one who sent me to Ignatius. You just tactfully neglected to mention that when you and Zinnek were acting as his hands, you robbed half the houses in the county.
Shit. It's all gone sour.
This is all I have left to do before he takes me to the saltpetre pit.
And couldn't you find the pit without that? Just take a look at that poor creature. I'd like to keep him in place of my poor dead sniffer.
You surely know how to pick 'em. Your poor creature is terrorizing the whole area.
It's not the animal's fault. When Zinnek and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats him. He doesn't give him food, he abuses him. With a master like that, he won't last long. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because its master is a sick horseman, would you?
I mean, no. Yeah, I don't want to kill him. I thought he was sick, and we were putting him out of his misery because he was slowly dying. But it's like a very healthy dog, which I guess is very aggressive. But if you will abuse an animal, obviously it will be aggressive. So if alternatively she can take him out of here and keep him and like love him and stuff, then it's not gonna cause any trouble.
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better Christian than I thought you were. I'll take him to the lair. We'll meet there.
Hurry off now, before someone sees us together.
Come on now, boy. You'll like it in the lair.
Run! Run, little one. Come on. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Matt, get over here. I need to pet. I need to pet.
Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
Yippee! Yippee! Okay, that's really nice. Ooh.
Anything for you?
It's taken care of.
Taken care of? What do you mean?
The dog is dead. So, can we go to the pit now?
Dead, eh? And what are you so nervous about?
It wasn't a dog. Ooh.
Well, it wasn't pleasant to watch. I did it exactly how you told me. I poisoned him.
Oh, aye. And how did it go exactly?
Well, I dipped the meat in poison. He ate it, and peacefully departed to doggy heaven.
So, it all went how it should. I use a real strong mixture so the creatures don't suffer too much. He's done for, the beast. Finally. Let's go before we start looking suspicious.
I'm surprised he did not ask me to bring the body of the dog.
So this is it. This is the pit.
Slowly, boy. Slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it? Are you yanking my pizzle again?
Of course not. True, it
He
used
said
to be
it.
one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more nitre you'll have. Are you going to take some right away?
I won't. The miller will probably send some people here.
Well, they'd better not dig it all up. That'd disturb the natural balance, see? And soon they'll find out there's no place to find saltpetre.
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I'll still have to taste it.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really is saltpetre.
God's nails. And they say I'm disgusting. Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so's you don't think old Ignatius and his even older nags is ungrateful riffraff. Take it as a thanks for your help. Maybe you'll take over my trade one day when I'm pushing up daisies myself.
Who knows? Maybe that'll really be my fate. I'll live at the cemetery, build piles of carcasses, and eat bread with saltpetre.
Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again. Either with me or somewhere else.
I don't know about that.
Taste it then. Get to it. This I have got to see.
Wait, I have gloves. I have new gloves. Alert. Durability. Oh. Main stat. Okay. Yeah, I guess the one that I have is probably better. Yeah, because like it has slashing and just stuff like that. So, is it those like those things? Those round things? How do I taste it? Like how, what is he gonna lick?
You didn't have to make such a feast of it.
Oh, never mind.
Look at me. I'm a lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold and salty. This must be it.
Wait, where am I? Well,
If you're going back to your cottage, I'd like to take a ride with you.
Of course. But in return, you have to help me get all this lot buried. So there's some more saltpetre in the making.
nice. I guess that's it. We can't really talk to him anymore. Where is my girly? My girly pop. And now we just go back to the miller. I'm really, like, just curious what he's doing. Because there's no way he's building a golem. Like, I feel like they are yanking my pizzle. I don't even know what's going on at this point.
I found the place where we can harvest saltpetre. You just head out of Troskowitz towards Apollonia, carry on alongside the road, then head off it at the right spot. Only it's not a pit, it's 3 piles of earth. The gravedigger Ignatius drove me there himself.
And is it the real stuff? Did you taste it?
Yeah. And I hope I never have to do that again. Ugh. I think the experience has changed me forever.
Oh, come on. You whine more than Zinnik. It's just commonplace salt. I was hoping it'd be closer. To go all the way to Apollonia. If I send 2 wagons, that should be enough.
What should I do?
That means I could mix a barrel and a half.
Krazel, focus. What else do you need from me?
Oh, sorry. What were you asking? About a reward? It's right here.
Yeah.
Thanks. How's it going with the Golem?
Well, the whole thing is really appealing to a scholar of my field of interest and important for humanity. But certain circumstances have emerged which, unfortunately, move its creation somewhere further into the future.
Wait, what do you mean? So there won't be any Golem?
Not for now.
What about all the niter? The life essence?
I admitted to myself it's maybe too much to take on, and I decided to go back to my roots.
So the search for saltpetre was for nothing?
Not at all. The saltpetre will help us create primordial matter. The origin. Chaos. Materia prima.
God. Here we go again.
As alchemical scholars, we actually have only one task before us. To penetrate the diaphanum and find out where it gets its disposition and power from. Only then will we understand the nature of the shadows.
Eh?
I'll explain it to you.
Well, tell me then, what's the next task then, Krazel?
From behind the closed gates of Trotsky come quiet whispers, carried by the wind, all the way here to me in the mill. Do you hear it too?
You're a madman.
No. I reckon my ears aren't that good.
Scribe Erezim received a trunk from Prague, and in that trunk was...
The document of Hermes Trismegistos?
No, a book. From an author more venerable than Hermes. It's thin, with a sand-colored cover, embossed. Ordinary at first glance, but the treasure's inside. You might say it's kind of an alchemical cookbook.
So I'm gonna have to pick some locks again, eh? And in the castle, no less. I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get in there. Trotsky is shut tight.
For some. The gates of Trotsky may appear to be closed to us, mere mortals. But why try to force your way in when there's a person they'll invite in themselves?
What person?
Hold on, we'll get to that. We've got the Samine wedding coming up. I can't wait to try out my new potion against drunkenness there. What about you? You still need to get there?
Well, yeah.
Certainly. It's why I decided to work for you. Or have you forgotten? I hope your promise still stands.
Of course it does. What do you take me for? Start by quickly finding some decent clothes. Ad charisma tuendum. You look like a vagabond in what you're wearing now. St. Paul wouldn't be pleased with you.
So you'll really get me into that wedding? Am I dreaming?
No, you're not. But before you start celebrating, we won't be going by ourselves. We'll have company. Or, to be more exact, the 2 of us will be accompanying a certain person. Me as a friend and host, and you as a bodyguard, loyal servant. Call it what you will.
And who is this mysterious person?
A true lady will come to the wedding with us. Radiant as the morning star, refined as pure gold. All will be stunned by her beauty. And she'll be our lockpick that will find the weak spot in the gate to Trotsky. All it'll take is a little push. And clunk. The lock will open. And the book will be mine.
A weak spot.
What weak spot?
The castle's weak spot is Chamberlain Ulrich, because he himself has a weakness for women. Of all the single damsels at the wedding, ours will be the most charming and irresistible
Who is
for him.
it?
Noble or not, he's a mortal man, and he'll start to think with his male member. We will watch as he becomes feverish with lust. Soon, he'll be begging to take our companion to Trotsky. He'll pretend his motives are pure, so she'll be more comfortable. And when the Chamberlain becomes insistent, you, as her personal bodyguard, will accept his offer. Naturally, you'll say you won't leave her side so you can defend her honor. Once in Trotsky, Ulrich will do everything to get you to leave him alone with her. And that will be your chance.
That sounds dangerous for the... I mean, unless she wants to, but you know what I mean? I don't know. It doesn't smell too good to me.
It sounds suspiciously easy. What's the catch?
I admit there's a certain element here that makes everything more complicated. First, we have to find our gracious lady.
Oh, so we don't even have one? I kind of thought it would be the lady with the big booba in the beginning. Like in the blue dress, but she works in the castle.
What?
Look, she doesn't have to be a lady per se. We just need a wench with a pretty face. We'll get her a nice dress, some perfume. She doesn't even have to speak. We'll do the talking.
Can't it be... yeah.
Could Bonnie do it?
She could. The only hitch is everyone and his dog knows her face.
Oh.
Nobody with any sense would let her into the Samine wedding.
So some bathhouse wench would do?
Aye, that should work. You can find lots of capable girls at the Gelioff baths, including some who aren't so well known. It's true, Dorothy can be a bit unpleasant, but you'll be giving her an offer she can't refuse.
Well, the last time I dealt with her getting your disguise washed, she was quite delightful.
You'll tell her I'm offering enough groschen to buy 2 cows or a small cottage. That should soften her up.
Can't Zinnek take care of it?
Zinek's even worse with women than he is with lockpicks. You, on the other hand, you're a talented, likable youngster, like Knight Roland of yore. I have complete faith in you. And don't forget, you're going to need to dress the girl up and make her smell nice so she comes across like a real lady. So, stop off at Troskowitz as well and get her a nice brocade dress and some long-lasting perfume. Mintha would be ideal.
Mintha.
Where can I find the dress?
Tailor?
Where do you think? The butcher's? Go and see the tailor. Bartoszek has just the thing in his shop. A beautiful red dress made of Tyrolean brocade.
Why that dress exactly?
Because red is the color of love and passion. The rich Tyrolean brocade is just begging to be touched. Ulrich won't know where to look. The dress is likely to be pretty expensive. But that's no obstacle for you, right?
Well, I mean, we could get the dress from the butcher. The Lady Gaga dress. The meat... the meat dress.
Where can I find the perfume?
That works.
Emmerich the apothecary might have something. They say he makes some perfume for his wife. Or ask Betty the innkeeper. She may be a god-awful battle axe, but a nice-smelling one. Or get hold of the recipe and make your own Mintha. As an alchemy apprentice, you should be able to manage.
Okay.
I'll be going then.
Once you've got everything ready for the wedding, we'll meet in front of the fortress gate. There, I'll let our lady in on some other details of our plan. But that won't be for your ears. Anyway, you'll be rehearsing your speech to Lord von Berghoff then, won't you?
I can't wait.
So I wonder if when we, let's say, like craft the sword, is he also gonna tell us to meet him at the gate? And then is it gonna be like the Skyrim moment where like you have to choose the side and then follow that person into the castle? Yay! It's done. Finally.
And get this, Miller Boschka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week.
We did it. Okay, let's sleep for an hour just to be extra safe, so we do not get like teleported onto the, I don't know, the main mission or something.
What can I do for you?
I've got something for you, blacksmith.
God's nails, you weren't bullshitting.
I'd say it looks pretty much like a sword, eh?
Looks like. This is a damned fine piece of steel. Damned fine.
Thanks. I was glad to help, but now there's something I need from you.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smithing, I won't throw you out of my forge either.
No, you know full well what I need. I have to get to Samin's wedding.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just be a lot of people stuffing their faces. You can find that anywhere.
I have my reasons, and you don't need to know them.
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the wedding. Nothing to it. We can set off once you're ready.
Ooh. Wedding crushers. So we still... Okay. We got the blacksmith. Yeah, I feel like we fully helped the blacksmith. He does not really like need us for anything. But the miller's quest, he has a quest within the wedding. So I feel like that's gonna be like really fun and interesting. I don't know. It's like we have another like side mission apart from the main one, you know? Okay, let me save really quickly again. Oh boy, and in the next video, we're gonna be completing the miller's like extra missions, and then we will actually go into the wedding and continue with the main story. I am so excited. I'm gonna call it a day here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, become a member, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.